So I sure appreciate you all, starting a little early each time. That gives us an extra few minutes and gives us a little more time to do all the things that we need to do. Okay. So I'm going to share and now I have one thing I want to tell you guys. You ready? Okay. Congratulations. Yeah, you did it. You've made it to week 6 and you're still alive and breathing. How about that? That's great. So anyway, onward and upward. So we'll go ahead and get started. So today, our final week, and I have something to say a little bit later about week 7. Today we're going to talk about the Sage 100 Reports toolbox that you'll be receiving. That's the report list with the calcs and the Sage database format that I've shown you last week or the week before. And also, I'm going to be providing you with several of the Sage 100 Reports report forms, and I'll show you what those are. You can use them or not, it's up to you. I like them because of the data that I have at the bottom, which really is useful when you're using reports. Anyway, and then we'll talk about some special issues that you come up with when writing reports sometimes. And I have an example, and we'll go through those special issues. And then some special effects on report forms. And of course, there's the big question mark throughout the whole course that anytime you have a question, please interrupt and ask. That's the best time to ask is when it's on your mind. So we'll go ahead and get started. So in the toolbox, I have the report list with calcs. It starts here and then flows over to here. And what that is the list of calcs that I created on that trip back east when I was stuck in the airports for 5 days. And I made a listing of all the formulas in all the Sage reports in Sage 100 Contractor. And I organized it so that you can see, the directory that they're in, the report number and name, basically the table that it's in. Here's the report number, the calc name that is in there, the calc description, and then the calculation itself. And so there's hundreds of reports. I mean, hundreds of existing formulas that you can use if you ever need them. And they're sorted a couple of different ways. One is by calculations. So like this part here, it has all the selects together and then all the ifs together, all the cases together. And so, easy to find things. Anyway, you'll be getting that. And the other one is the database format, which you can pull it out of Sage, but it's not quite as useful and as nice as this version is, which has all the tables, the fields in all the tables, and the related to fields that connect the tables together too. So that's part of the toolbox that you'll get. I'll send those out right after the class. I'll also be sending you some of the report forms. Here's a sample. The gray box is is smaller here because you can't fit it all in the screen and still see the rest. But basically it has the company name, the report name, and if there's a selection criteria, it's there. But down at the bottom is what I like so much is I have the report number, the report title, and the subtitle down here. Then the date printed, the time, and the page. Maybe not for you, but for me, when I'm writing lots of reports and I make a change to it, and then I print it again, I make another change, and I print it again. And so I've got these on my desk, and if I don't have the time that they printed, I don't know which was the last one. So anyway, this is useful. It's useful for me. And if you are doing reports for your company or yourself, then it should be useful for you. And I have it in portrait and landscape and legal and tabloid. So I'll send all of those to you. And those will be dot report land, and so forth. Part of the toolbox. Now, there's some things that come up in report writing that I want to show you so you know how to do them. This is a great report. These are the different cost types across the top, all 9 of them, and hours, and then total. And it's broken out by job, phase, and then the cost codes with the totals. And then on the last page, there's phase information and totals, job totals, and budget totals. Anyway, it's a great report. And let me. Oh, I think I have it here. Let me just run it real quick. Job 201. And then I'm going to do it through period 6. The post year is the current year in the sample company is 2021, and in the prior year. Now, we're looking at the report. We're not going to do the report, but I'm going to use the report so that we can see some of the issues that I'm talking about. Okay, so it's a great report, 10 pages long, because there's each of the cost codes has 3 rows, and the phases are in here. And so here's one of my report forms, and it's got that information here and over here. This too. On my version, I also include information about me so that when they have the report and they need to ask a question about it or reach me for anything, it's there too. You can erase that and put yours in there, or just erase it if you want. It'll be there when you get my copies, but whatever works for you. And so here you have this with the phases and the totals, job. Let's see, is this the last page? Yeah, in the last page, we've got the phase totals with budget, cost, and remaining. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. I keep talking. I don't need to do that. So let's talk about what these issues are. Okay. So okay, here's, I know it's hard to see this, but this is the modify report screen, and you don't really need to see it. I'm going to do the enlarged sections. Let's go here. Now, did I skip something? No. Okay. So one of the things, of course, is variables. You know, we're going to look at variables real quick here because we use it a lot, but that's just here to show you that, and we're going to use it in the next screen. Anyway, this formula uses the number variable, and that's probably the most used variable of the three, the string, the number, and the date variables. And you can use number variables to pull any item that has a number, whether it's a job number, a phase number, change order number, employee number. So it's very useful. Below is a formula used to pull period and year. And we'll break this down so that it's more meaningful as we look at it. And usually if you have a variable, that means you're probably going to have a pop-up screen, just like we just had, where we did entered in the period, the post year, and the prior year. And so here we have select a cost amount, you know, from the job cost table and so forth. We'll get into that in a minute. And so that's the variable part. Let's go on to the next thing. Now, as you probably saw in here, we have budget, cost, and remaining. And so we're going to focus on the cost right here. We're going to focus on the materials cost formula because they're all the same. Excuse me. So, because all the formulas are pretty much the same, the only difference with each column is you're talking, this is the cost type 1, cost type 2, and cost type 3, so forth. And so if we focus on one, that really answers the questions for all of them. So let's take a look. We're going to look at the materials column and the job costs row. So the materials column and the job cost row, which gives us the one formula that we're going to focus on. And so let's just move to the next screen where we can break this apart and it's a little easier to see and understand. Okay. So there's that just for reference. Here's the formula again. Now we're going to break it apart here. The first break apart part is that there's two formulas in this one formula. So I've broken those two apart. So here's this one plus this one, and that gives you the whole formula. So why are there two? Well, let's keep going here and break it apart a little bit more. So here we are with the two different similar formulas. And so the first formula at the top, has the select statement, job cost amount. So we're asking for that in the job cost table. And the where part, has this formula. So let's break this apart a little bit more so we can see it a little more visually. So the where is job cost status equals 1. That's easy enough. The job number, that's easy enough. Here's what those are. The phase number and the cost code and the cost type. Those are all pretty understandable. Now here's the two things. The accounting period and the post year. Okay, that's telling it what period and what year we want. Okay, so that's the first part. We're going to go into this a little bit more too. So I'm going to keep scrolling. Okay, so here's that one, and here's it broken out again. And now you can see that each of the criteria is included in the where formula. So you've got all these items. Now let's look at just the period and year. Remember that the report is through period. In other words, it's a to date. The cost is to date. And so that means that all prior time has to be included. Okay, so this part, the job cost accounting period, is less than or equal to the through period. Let's say the through period is, like I typed in, is number 6, period 6. Okay, so that means this period would be period 1 through the chosen period, which was 6. And the year is the year above shows equal to, and so this will show the chosen year, which is 2021, the most recent year in the sample company. And together, the period and year covers all data within period 1 to the selected period, which was 6, in the selected year. Now, the question is, does this cover all the to date time? The answer is no. That's why we need the second part of this formula. Okay. And so let's take a look at the second part. Okay, here's the first formula up here. Here's the second formula down here. And they mimic each other almost completely. And so let's take a look at this one. Is less than or equal to the through period and current year. This one is the period is less than or equal to period 12 and the prior year. What does that mean? Okay, if it's basically periods 1 through 12 in the prior year, that only covers the one prior year. And so it really needs to be on the year part less than or equal to the prior year. And so this one shows everything before the current year, or the chosen year, which was 2021. And so taking a look at this all together is, with the top half, you're getting the periods in the current year, and the bottom half, you're getting all prior year data of cost information, job cost information. Is this making sense? No? Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, that's what, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great, great. This is a really crucial item because you'll use this all the time. When you're doing to-date info on reports. Now, it's not just for job costs. It could be for anything that you need to go back to having more than the current year or more than a period. And so through period means all prior data up to and including the chosen period and the chosen year. Oh, there I am. Okay. Okay. Now, okay, in this report, it's a good example for how do you accomplish doing all these formulas faster and easier. Okay, let me make this stretchy. What I do when I've got like the two parts of this was the two similar pieces, the current year and the prior years. That's what this is right here. I stretch it out so that the first one is there and then the plus sign, and then the next one is right underneath it. And that way it's real easy to see all the things together. You know, the phases are together, the cost codes are together, etc. And so if this is for period one, and I need to do not period one, cost type one, um, and I need to do 9 cost types for this one field. How do I do that fast? Well, if it's stretched out like this, then you just need to change in the name. You just need to change the 1 to 2, and over here cost type, change those two 1s to 2s, and you're done. That takes care of the second cost type, and then you do it for a third and fourth and so forth for the different cost types. This method, makes it easier to do similar formulas when you have a lot of them to do. So let's see. That's basically what I said here. And what else is on here? Okay, also, if you do one and save it, don't go and do all 9 and then test it. You need to test it a number of times in between, because if you do them all and then test, and if it comes up with an error, you don't know which one of those, either these two formulas times 9 is 18 pieces you have to look at to try and find the one that's in error. So if you don't want to test it each time, test it every 2 or 3 ones that you do. That way you don't have as much to go back through. I find that sometimes, I'll have a report with a lot of different things on it, and it'll come up with an error, and I have no idea where the error is coming from. And so I'll end up basically saving that whole report and then deleting half of it to see which half it's in. And then if it's still there, then I delete a whole bunch more until I find and zero in on the area that it's in. When I find the area that it's in, then I have to delete one formula, test it, delete another formula, test it. So please take my advice and test frequently. Don't wait till you're all done to test to see if it's functioning correctly. So now let's see. Okay, so that was kind of what I wanted to show using that particular report. There's a lot of formulas there, but they're all pretty similar. So let's take a look at the global calculations. You'll find a lot of great formulas already done. You can save your formulas there too for future use. So the global calculations in the calculated fields screen is right here. That has the listing of the ones that are in the system already waiting for you. It's a great resource, especially for common formulas for common fields and tables. This one doesn't go all the way down, but it has a whole bunch. And if you create formulas, your own that work, you can also save it to not here, but to the next screen here. This one that's not showing very well. It's the save global calculations. You can save them to there. Then they become a member of this team, and they're there for you to use as you go on your merry way creating reports. And so the global calculations is really a great item. Let's take another look a little closer at, let's see, that's slower to get into, so I'll go here. Job reports. Let's just go into this first one. And we'll go into modify report. And the things that you save, this won't be so much of a factor for you because you're probably going to be mostly in the same company all the time. But if you save things to the global fields in one company and you go to another company and open it up, they're not there, the ones that you saved. They're only in the company that you saved them in. For me, that's a big deal because I'm in lots of different companies. And so I do a lot of report writing in the sample company, even though the database is pretty small. But anyway, so, okay, we're going to go up here to define calculated fields. And here's select global calcs. If I open up something and I want to save that, then I can go over here and save it to the global calcs area. But right now I'm going to just new. Okay, I'm just going to go here and take a look and see what's here. Now I'm in the sample company, and so I have a lot of stuff there. There's a lot in here from that from the system, and so you can see they're grouped by basically the tables: accounts receivable, invoices, accounts receivable, service receivables, accounts payables, jobs, and you can see all kinds of formulas that are really useful for a lot of the reports that you're writing. And then there's the company formulas, a lot of the company formulas. These are different from the CP company ones because the CP ones are only for report forms. These can be used in the regular reports and in the modify screens. Then there's the employee groupings, lots of things. And the calcs, they go up to 50. They have all the formulas for year to date up to 50 for employee calcs and the individual ones too. Not here, they're in a different spot, a little lower. And so job costs, some things there, materials, pay recs, pay types. Client. Now you see the ones that I've saved. Quite a few. And service invoices. Anyway, time card lines, time card deductions. Here's the deductions. You know, in your time card deduction, if you want to have a field in a report that pulls, you know, calc number 22, here's where you can find the formula for it. all the way to number 50. And then you've got Venture. That's probably vendor, but shortened. I'm not sure. Anyway, so those are really useful. Oh, that was a good report too. Okay. All right. So let's slide this over there. Get this down. Now, what's next here? Okay. Report forms, special effects. There are many things that you can do with report forms. Let's take a look at a few. Here is a report form. Now you're probably thinking, how in the world did you do all these little squares all lined up and everything so nicely? Oh, I worked and worked and worked and worked. Except that this is a photo. It's actually a photo sitting inside the report form. And since the client only needed this duplicated as part of another document, I was able to just take a photo of it and put it on a page, and that would be one of the pages in the report form. So that's pretty slick. Now let's see here. Yeah, this is it. Do I have? Oh, that's another one. Okay, this is 6, 7. That's why I put this here so I could easily find them. Yeah, 6, 7 subcontracts. 2, 1S. Okay, so that's a report, but here's the form. And so these are things that, give you ideas and thoughts as to things that you can do with report forms, and probably some reports as we go along, to make it easier for you with report writing. So if I click on this, this is probably the picture here. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that is the direction for where this part came from. Up here is individual stuff, but this part is a photo. I can usually, there, see, I'm sliding it right out, and it's all one piece. And the easy way to do these is you just go to the picture icon right up here, insert a picture, choose the picture, and it'll plop it right in here. And then you just have to position it and make it the size you want. Now, obviously, I'm not going to save this because I've messed it up.
Are you able to put a field on top of the picture?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
like if you had like a date field within the picture, you could stick a text box over it to insert a date there or something.
Yes, you can. Sometimes it's a little more iffy than others, but let's do. And how you would do that is you click here and get a field. I'll just take this one for instance, and then slide it in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then it's behind. See, that's the issue. It's behind the picture and won't show. And so if you can send this to the back, which usually isn't too easy in the report form, um, uh, what you'd have to do is, let me undo that. Okay. And what I do when this comes up, because sometimes the client wants some changes and everything's nicely placed on top. And so what I do is I come here and copy this and slide this in into a right spot and then paste this, but you can't get this on top. Anyway, it's not easy, but you can do that. See, if I if I do this with the arrow, it gets there.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so it's not the best thing, but it is something that's doable.
Okay.
I have this one customer who keeps wanting to make changes every time I have to go in and do this, with the fields that are in on his picture, but then that's what we get paid for. Okay, good question though. Good question. Don't want to save. Okay. Okay.
There we go.
That wasn't what I wanted. Okay. Okay. That's not it. That's not it. There it is. Okay. That's not it either, but that's week 6. Oh, okay. That's probably, there we go. Okay. Yeah, that was it. There we go. Okay, so that's that one. Let's see what other interesting things we have here. So that's that. Okay. Doing text is a struggle with a report writer in the report forms. It obviously is doable. You can see, this one looks pretty good. And there's probably multiple pages of this one. I know I've done one up to 30 or 40 pages. Um, but doing text, you usually have to do bring in a field. Now, if you want the number separate from this, these would be separate things. If you want the heading in bold and then those are separate entries. And so is the letter. If you want if you want this all to be the same in the same field, it's not going to be bold. Because if you're going to bold it, then all of it will be bold. Let's see what what I've got here. Okay, Pinnacle. Okay. 672. 672. Okay. Really? 05. And it's a different 672, 672, 05, 05. Oh, okay. Subcontract 8. Pinnacle. Yep, there we go. 8. There we go. Okay. Now we can go here and take a look. Seven pages on this one. Okay, so let's take a look at, is this something that you need me to demo? I'm glad to do it. Is this something that I should spend some time on today?
Not for me, no.
That's one of you.
No.
I don't think so.
Yes or no? Yes?
No.
No. Okay. Okay. Then I'll do it just briefly, so that you at least get a sense, but I won't spend much time on it. Easy enough to do a short one like that. And something like this is just a single one, but you see the A is different, it's a separate thing. And when you're putting them in, let's see here. When you're putting them in, it'll stretch way out and it won't break. You have to break them yourself. Let's see, is that, so anyway, it'll go all the way out. And so you have to say, test it and see what's going to actually show. You click here and then bring the other one down here and let it finish out, or however many times to get that done. And then before you do very many, with the width that you've done, test it to see what this actually looks like when you print it. Because even though it stops here in this screen, that doesn't mean it's going to stop here in when it's printed. It might go way out or it might be way short. And so you have to test it, and then when you know where you can stop them, then that's how you can do these pretty decently. Sage does not adjust both sides. Unfortunately, it'll either adjust this way, this direction, and no need to adjust the other direction. But anyway, so when you're doing these, they'll go all the way out, click, bring out, and then click, and then test. Okay, and going down to the bottom, you have to see how far, even though it's here, it may go beyond. And so test, test, test. Okay. So, okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, so that's that. Here's this one. Okay. Here's another report form. That's 661 1E 6 6 1. Whoops. 1E. Oh, yeah. So we'll get a thing, and then there we go. One E. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, here you have some options of, you can put in boxes, and then you can have a pop-up screen that says there's a box called hold and a box called submit, and if they put an X in the little line, then it'll fill in the box. Um, and that's true down here too. Let me see if I run this button here. One E. Okay. No, that's not what those are. I thought that's why I put that on here. So the pop-up screen would show these, and you could do check marks when you run the report. Well, good enough to just say that that can be done. Drawing lines and boxes, we've talked about that. Wonder why I put this one on here. Offhand, I don't recall offhand. Oh, 5 pages. Okay. This looks like a case of a picture putting in, copy the verbiage and just make it a picture and put that in on these last 2 pages. there. And this is all hand entered. And then of course you have the form to fill in, or, you know, do all of this stuff to it. Okay. This one is a similar thing with the pop-up box that says, has a spot for each of these, and you type in the ones that you need. I typed these two in and they fill in. Obviously I don't need to show you that because, you know, it's pretty obvious what we're doing with that. Okay. That's that one. I've ended up a little early. This went a lot faster than I expected. So we've got the end of week 6, and I was thinking rather than having a week 7, I think of giving you each an hour of one-on-one time with me so we can deal with your questions specifically, you know, when it's convenient for you. What do you think about that? Would that work for you?
Yeah, I'd like that.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, because that way
Sure.
you each have questions and you need specific things, and you have me and my full attention for an hour or more if you need it, and we can do that instead of doing a week 7. Now we've got time for questions. If you have questions or areas that you have, you want me to cover more.
I think mostly for me, it's like combining the if statements with like the select statements. Like I emailed you, I think last week about one, and you told me to kind of tweak it a little bit, and I've been kind of working on it. And I don't know if I'm overthinking it, but we can talk about that next
Okay,
week in
sure.
our session if you want.
Okay, or if that's an issue for others, that's certainly a
Yeah.
good topic. That's certainly a good topic right now.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
So you can bring up my report if you want.
Okay.
And I was even kind of working on it as you were talking today too, and selecting from different tables, and it's still giving me weird numbers.
Okay. This is Rhonda, right?
No,
No.
Mallory.
Mallory.
Mallory. Okay, there we go. Okay, Mallory.
It was the employee vacation / sick taken accrued.
Okay.
That's one I'm working on too.
Okay, so then this will be helpful for you. I'm
Yeah.
trying to calculate it to show what's left over, so I don't have to calculate it myself, and I can't figure it out. So.
Okay, let's see here.
And I can send you this report too if you want it, Rhonda. Because so far it's super helpful having them both combined.
Okay, so is this one, or do I need to get to a
Yeah.
different screen? This is it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so so we've got the if statement, and I don't show, let's see. Is there more that I can see?
No, that's the only kind of calculation that I was trying to create that I can't get to calculate properly. So I'm trying to subtract the total amount of their accrued vacation from what they've already used to let me
Oh.
know what they have left.
Oh, I was looking for a SQL statement and an if statement, so that's why I wasn't sure. Okay,
Yeah, I didn't send you any of the other ones that I bombed. Just
Okay.
that one.
Okay, let's take a look at that. It's not up here, so I can copy it, is it? No.
Did I send
Okay.
you the actual? Here, let me see. Delete. I don't know if I sent you the actual report.
Okay, here's this one here, average hours worked.
No, not that one. That one I've kind of given up on right now.
Okay,
Let me.
and then before that would be
I don't think I sent you
per
this one
diem.
yet, so let me find
Okay.
it real quick.
Okay.
Where did that? Okay, I just emailed that to you.
Okay.
I think I did my normal date as the name. But
Okay.
it should pop up employee vacation / sick.
Okay. Oh, something's ringing over there, so it should pop up here.
Oh, I didn't send it to the gym. It's 100 reports. I sent it to b-lds.com.
Okay,
Sorry.
so it should be here then. There we go. Okay.
There you are.
Okay, so let's save this 51808. Make sure if I put it here, 518. I have an 08, so what I'll do is I will save it to 13.4. Okay. Save as. Mallory. Okay. And that's going to go to there. Okay. Now, is it just standard report form?
Yeah.
Okay. 51808. Okay. Let's go see what we got here. Okay. Five. Probably 05. There we go. 501. I think I just saw it. No.
Check down at the bottom under employee sick / vacation.
Down further? Or
Yeah, because usually the way that I label and save them, if it's in 13.4, it'll at least show the employee sick / vacation for the title there.
so am I too far?
No, I would get out of the numbers and go all the way down to
Oh, but it was
employee.
it started with okay, let's see. It started with
Oops.
employee.
Yeah.
Okay, employee
There
hours.
it is.
That it?
Nope, keep going down a little bit. Employee vacay sick taken accrued. Down.
Oh,
There you go. Nope, up one.
up one. There.
There.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I was clicking it on my screen. I didn't do anything.
that works in some cases, but okay. So which one are we looking at? Which formula?
So will this show you any of the global calculations that I tried to create or no?
Probably not. No.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
I didn't add it there, but I sent you the screenshot of what I was trying to create.
Okay. So is it in here? Are one of these one of them?
No, those work fine. I'm trying to take one of those out and show only what they've taken and what they have left to use. So that's why I was trying to use the if or the select statement.
Okay, so you need
to show the
one
balance.
of these minus the other.
Correct.
Basically. Okay, so let's see what this is. Okay, so that's just a field, employee. Okay, and the other one is probably just a field.
And I even tried typing it in because I've done that on another report, like employee payroll record, employee vacation minus payroll record, blah, blah, blah. And it's not calculating.
Okay, so here we
Is it
have.
giving you numbers?
Are
Like
these
it's
giving
showing
you-
you the formula, but it's just not calculating it. That's
It
the
is,
exact
right.
problem I'm having.
Okay, so those are the two that
Yeah.
I was messing with. So it does show my global calculations. Cool. Yeah,
Okay,
I think
so
it gave me like 5,486.2 hours. I'm like, that is not even close.
Yeah, mine gives me the formula. So like it if I want like the pay rate times the hours, like it comes out and says equals $40 times 8, but it doesn't give me the product. Like
Okay.
so
Yeah, I've ran into that when I have it as like subtotal instead of total sometimes, but
yeah.
okay, here's the if. Let's take a look. So if the hours. Now see, you actually have to have something here that is a true false.
yeah.
Right now you just have a number. If number, nothing. That's not going to tell you anything. And so if hours is greater than or less than or equal to or something like that, that's what you have to have here in an if statement.
Okay.
Okay. And so what we're trying to do is to subtract vacation hours taken from available.
Correct.
Okay. So, okay, this is the available. Okay, let's kind of start over from this. Let's
So what I did there is I took those two fields and I was like, okay, I want vacation hours times or whatever, vacation available minus vacation taken. But it gave me like the numbers, like it actually put equals 40 minus 8, but it didn't like give me the balance, what was.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go up here and come here and no, not there. We're going to come down here and vacation. What are those in?
You can change either one of those. None of them work anyway.
Yeah, I'm thinking, so I need to see what field these are. Employee vacation. Okay, so I need the employee.
And you can pull the accrued vacation from the payroll record too, which I even tried switching it all to payroll record instead of trying to merge employee with pay rec.
Yeah. Okay, so employee, you've got, employee. And so here you have okay, vacation available. That's one of it. That's part of it. And the other is vacation used. Did I pass that already? Probably. Let's see. Oh, here, let's do it this way. Let's get them. Okay, vacation available. Okay, sick available.
So I don't think they have a vacation used in the employee table.
Okay, that's what I guess you were telling me. Okay, so we need to
It would
do
be in the pay records.
Well, maybe not. Let's see.
Or the time card lines. The
Time card lines.
Yeah.
No, we probably need to. Let me think here. Vacation.
But vacation
Okay.
available and vacation accrued aren't necessarily the same, because Sage is already calculating the vacation used in the vacation available, so it's already in that total.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's get vacation used. So we're going to do let's see. Okay. And so we need time card lines. Hours, I would guess.
Yeah, I think I pulled it from pay rec.
Yeah.
Initially.
Hours, okay. Hours from time card lines, which is TMCDLN, where where pay type equals, what's vacation? 5?
Is it 5 for you?
5. Yeah, 5.
Yeah, 5. Okay. Okay. And an employee, let's see. And I don't know. Oh, this is the funny company. Okay. Okay, let's do it without an and see. Maybe it'll give us conglomeration, but at least we'll know if we're on the track or not. So what else? Oh, and
then
posted. Okay. Let's just see what happens here first. Okay. Back USD. Okay. Used. Okay. This is often how I do it, see what I can get. Okay. Are these numbers that work?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. I'm going to I'm going to watch this. But slide them over. There. Okay. And there's room here for vacation used. Okay, real fancy here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just do it left because it's even, but okay, so let's just see. Okay, we need to make this the same as that. That's why I couldn't find it. Okay, employee back. Oh, and slash marks aren't good in report titles. Anyway, that'll be enough to get it close. Okay. This takes longer because I've got so many in the 13.4 slot. Okay. So sample company, not too big of a database, so we don't need to worry about overloading this thing. Okay, so there's 8 for Sue Williams. Now we have to qualify that as, 8 what? Okay,
Yeah,
so,
hours
okay.
usually.
Yeah, but is that the right 8, or whatever? Okay, so that's giving us a number, and that's giving us it according to an employee because that was the employee row.
Is
Now,
that though? That's the sick taken column, isn't it?
oh,
Not the vacation.
actually, you're right. I'm not looking at it correctly. So we didn't get anything
Oh, because you created
here.
another report. So this is my initial report. So the ones that you made changes, or I think it's right above maybe.
Here,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
try
only
that
named an
one.
employee vac. Yeah,
that was it. Okay,
it was one of those.
I would try that one.
okay. Oh,
Yeah, that's the one
There
that
it
you did.
is.
okay. So obviously we need some more selection criteria, but so we need to put in an employee. Okay. Okay, let's bring this back up. Okay. So now we need and I don't want to zero in on one employee because who knows which one has something.
Yeah.
Okay. Date. Let me think. Time card line, hours worked. Okay. Pay period. And we're on time card lines. What would give us some, well, date. Okay, we probably need to do it by, put an employee in there somehow. Okay, so we'll need to, yeah, the employee isn't on that. We'll go up to employees, payroll records, probably payroll records. And
Oh, mine's grouped. That's why, because I have the employee on the group line. And then the date. And so when I pull it, it just pulls the employee's hours because it's grouped by employee.
oh, you know what? I didn't see that either, but this is a total. We need a detail to see
Well, I
if
don't
it's,
want like a line by line detail. I just want total used, total left.
but
Is
we
what I'm
have
trying to
to,
accomplish.
but we have to see what we're getting first.
Oh,
And that,
gotcha.
yeah, so let's see if that's going to make a difference as to what shows up. There it goes. Okay. And it's this one.
No, I think it was the second one.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oop. Must be the first one.
There it is.
Okay, so that didn't do any good. Interesting. There's a mark in front of that.
It was in the formula.
Yeah. Okay.
There was a mark before the select in the formula.
Ah, okay. All right, let's take a look. Let's see what this is. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. Oh. Okay, so I didn't make any difference. All I did was change the that. Okay. Let's get rid of that mark. You never know what that could be doing. Okay, so let's see. Hours. Okay, I tell you what, let's take a look at this. Okay, employee. Date. Date is enough for now. Let's see. Okay, so let's do this. Employee, that's a 1. And date. 2. Okay. This is kind of how it goes sometimes, especially when I don't have time to think in
Yeah.
my little thinking room.
By yourself.
Yeah, yeah. See, all the mystique is gone now, you guys. Yeah. Okay, so, okay, let's see what happens here. Oh, wrong one. Come up here to use this one all the time. Okay. Error. Okay. Didn't like that. So we are going to maybe just try detail. I don't know if that's going to make a difference. Probably won't. Doesn't like the combinations. Yeah. Okay, so length cannot be less than 0. Okay. Sometimes you can't make any sense of what those messages are, but it
Yeah,
doesn't
like the Boolean one that I always get.
Yeah, yeah. So obviously it doesn't like date. So we're gonna get rid of date. But we can put date in here maybe, and not have it as a field. Maybe that. You know, what might be easier is, yeah, you know what? Let's do this. Okay. Oh, this isn't the one that I was thinking it was. Salary to no. Okay. Employee. I think I have to go back to that other one because what I want is the one line per employee. And I've got 3 of them here, so one line. Let's see. Let me see what that looks like here. Yeah, that's it. I got vacation on that one. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's a colon, so that might give us something. Okay, so here's the employee and record number and the dates. Okay, and vacation. So we're looking for something in this row here. Got a sick in there, but just trying to find an employee with a vacation. There we go. Okay. So employee number 5. And those are dollars, but here's the hour. The hours should be down here. Yeah. Okay. So employee 5. Okay, now let's go back to yours. Okay. And now, okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to do a quick payroll. Payrack. Yeah. Payrack. Line. Inner join. Payrack. On. Record number. Yeah, record number. Okay. Line card. Line dot rec number equals a rec number. Okay, and then I can do a rec. I better do it this way. Yes, I talk to myself all the time.
So do I, don't worry.
Employee equals 5. Did I? Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay. Yeah, well, I don't know if it's good or not. We'll see. Okay, close. So we have a little more detail, and if, well, we'll just run it. Save. Okay, save. Okay. We have employee equals 5. Okay, well, let's see. You didn't get 32 hours each day. So let's see what this is doing. Obviously, that's giving us multiples. 27, 26, 24. Okay, so 24 through 28. Vacation, there's 5. Oh, 1 is a holiday. Okay. 8. Okay, so what are we trying to do here again?
So I'm trying to, off of what vacation they've taken, show what they have left to use.
Okay,
Because like our employees can accrue up to like 80 hours, but they can only use 56, for instance,
okay,
for like our field employees.
okay.
So I'm just trying to have that number shown and calculated for me so that when I've got a job site that sends me 20 employee numbers and they're like, hey, how much vacation do they have? I can just type in their employee numbers and shoot off the information. Here's what they have left.
Okay.
So I even tried doing a calculation with 56 minus employee record, vacation used or whatever. And then that's when I started getting the Boolean error.
Yeah. Let me do something else here real quick. Vacation. Did I search? Yeah, okay. Okay, vacation sick. Vacation sick hours. Okay, accrued. Okay, let's see. Let me see what this looks like. Sick. Where's the vacation? But look at a different one. Vacation
We could do it
hours.
for sick time too, because I'm trying to do it for the both of them.
Okay, I want to be sure we're getting both. Let's see. Here, let's look at this one. Sick hours, vacation hours. Okay, holiday hours. Okay. I've got a report that I'm just trying to locate real quick that does, I think, everything you're asking for. Okay, employee vacation sick. Okay. Oh, it took me to a spot. Oh, good. Okay. If it takes me to 13.4, then it says find it
Yeah.
in the list. But if it takes it to the menu, then it goes right to it. So let's just okay, employee 5. Okay, these are pay periods. Sick hours. Well, he is a sick guy. Okay. I don't like the way that one's looking. Let's see what else we got here. Here's another one. By pay period, by hour. Maybe I'll just do pay type. That would be 5. Sometimes pay type is a different kind of pay type. Okay. Yeah, this is the one I was thinking of. So here we have the accrued across the top and the hours that have been. Would this work for you? Something like this?
Possibly.
Well,
As
it'll
long
give
as
you,
it shows, what he's used minus what he's accrued and what's left.
okay, so
that he's
I've got a column,
used.
I've got a column here that's not headed. Oh, no, it's accrued up there. Okay, so here's what should be accrued hours. So he's over his accrued because he had not much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you this report. I'll send it to all of
Okay.
you. I'll send it to all of you, and it might be a starting point for you, but
Right.
it'll give you something to start with that's actually working.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You bet. All right. Everybody still here?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. So this is 18.
Yes, I couldn't unmute
Oh,
myself fast enough.
okay.
I'm here.
5118. Okay, I'll send that to you guys. You can use it if you need it, and not if you don't. Okay, good. Let me jot that down. 5118. Any idea how old I am? Huh?
Is
Take a
today your
guess.
birthday?
56.
Is today your birthday?
No, I'm just curious if you know how old I am, or can you figure out?
You told me last time you're pushing 80, I thought. So I'm going to say like 76, maybe 77.
Yeah, I'm 78. I'll be
Oh, wow.
79 years old in a couple months.
I wouldn't have guessed that. I was thinking maybe in your early 60s.
Yeah. Oh, bless you. You'll get a bonus on your report card. Yeah, I love doing report writing anyway, but I love it even more because it keeps my head going, and doing. And so keep that in mind. You've got a lot of years ahead of you guys. So, but it keeps your wits about you. It keeps you sharp and sharper. uh, so the only thing that I'm struggling with is my eyesight.
Mm.
Yeah, I have to use this a lot. But yeah, still ticking and kicking. So let's see if we are together here.
Yeah, I'm probably
Yeah.
doomed. My eyes are horrible. I wear contacts for distance, but more recently, like my close has started to also get blurry, and it sucks because the contacts are for distance. So I have to wear readers on top of my contacts to like see close up.
Well, I have glaucoma in one eye, and that's the better eye, and so everything in that eye is really blurry. And I'm still working, but one of these days down the road, it won't be very possible. But anyway, not looking at that. I'm looking at today, and I'm still kicking, and so are you guys, and I'm glad about that. And I appreciate all you do and all you've done and your desire to learn. And I really think that that's marvelous. So I want to, again, say congratulations. You've done it. You did it. And again, I'm here for you. Just because this is week 6 of 6, and we're going to have another hour each, but even before beyond that, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay.
You know I do all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim, what did I screw up?
Well, you saw kind of how I work just with this particular instance. I don't say, okay, well, here's the answer. I have to figure out how to get the information. Is it getting the information? What piece can I get? And then can I add to that piece? And can I dig and finally work out a formula that actually gets me what I need? So as you are doing the same thing, don't feel like that's wrong. It's how it's done mostly.
Yeah.
Even having done this for 22 years, I still do that as you saw today. Figuring out how to do it. What pieces need to be figured in there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
And
Thank
it's been
you.
fun. It's been fun,
Thank
and
you.
you've been a treasure in my life. Thank you.
Thank you. Talk
Thank
soon.
you.
Thanks,
Okay.
Jim.
Okay.
All right,
Take care.
thanks, bye.
Bye.
Oh, wrong button.
Stop recording. Okay. Stop.